no, yeah, yeah, and you
I
don't
mean,
get to choose
I
what part.
work, I have worked, I work closely with first responders and, foster children. And we went into the schools, and we were like big sisters and big brothers. And I did all of this stuff. And these people, they need our services, but they are not nice to us. I
Yeah,
have been I have been carjacked multiple times. I have been assaulted. I've been robbed. I've been spit on, stolen from, cussed at, freaking threatened my life serving people in the community. I've been threatened with my life. That's why I pack. That's why
hell yeah.
when somebody walks up to me and everything else and they hold themselves in a way, I know that posturing and everything else. Body language was my first language I learned. And a lot of children that grow up in the lifestyle and stuff like that, that's what they learn. And I'm not going to accept Lizzie's explanation of that's a lifestyle. Yeah, that's a lifestyle in which I had to freaking endure my whole entire freaking childhood. I was hurt. I don't want another person ever to have to go through that, because that trauma, that stifles your growth. That creates mental health issues within a person. You want to know what breaks a person? Is how they are brought up when they're little. If you do not show that you love and care and you respect them when they are little, they're not going to do it when they're older, and they're not going to know what real love is. It complicates it.
Yep.
I've had
100%.
to go through intensive therapy. Years. I'm still in therapy. Thank God. I think anybody that is healthy goes and talks to somebody so they're not lashing out in the world hurting people.
So, yeah. So I don't know if you answered it, and I've already forgot. Did you say you were mad at Ashley?
I wasn't mad at Ashley, other than the Tim thing, and we spoke on it, and we're good. I talked to Tim and everything else, and that had everything to do with Lizzie and Ashley, and nothing really to do with Tim. It's just they hurt each other, and this is their breakup.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it that way, and that's how I explained it to Tim. Without, I don't want to get messy. I like him. I really do. I don't want to get messy. I don't want to bring drama to him.
No. I can say this. No one wants to hurt him. I promise you that.
Somebody's mom did. She's been trying to hurt him since December.
Well, yes. But I have spoke to her today. Crazy enough, right?
Really? I hope it was a good convo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want, if I forgive Rebel and everybody that has asked for forgiveness, then I need to also practice that with her, because she did say she was sorry. I will admit the first apology I didn't believe, and I really didn't say much, but she did it again, and I was like, okay. So I did reach out to her today and said, as long as you really mean it, then it's forgiven. And we had a conversation about Tim, and I explained to her Ashley's intent was not to dox Tim. There's no reason to do that, because his address and phone number and email are all already known. So
I
there
didn't
wouldn't be doxing. Yeah,
I was scared that she actually called and talked to him.
Who did?
That somebody's mom is what I was understood. Tim even said they called and verified it was him.
Oh.
That's why I got a little upset. But it really didn't hurt him, but it scared, and he's moving. So you know, I'm hoping that there's no way that anybody can find and do that again. And
No, but I'll say this. Lizzie convinced him to block all of us, and that upsets me. Really upsets me that happened. That shows control. That shouldn't be happening. Should not be happening. But then, I'm going to be honest, there are people who've come to us, and I'll never say who, with stories that are extremely similar to each other. And it means never, ever, ever meant to dox him. There'd be no reason to. I already have his phone number, his email, and his address because we had PayPal transactions. It's all there. There'd be no reason for anybody to reach out and say, oh, is this where he lives? Oh, it's right there.
see, right now it's just a bunch of friends that are having a breakup, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It really is unfortunate.
Yeah, I think it is a breakup, but it's one that we didn't cause. It was one that
I didn't
was like a
cause
slap in the face.
I was, you know, I did not. Miss Deb watched that. Miss Ashley sent me a video about that lip sync battle.
Yeah.
And I thought that people had to sign up to participate. I didn't realize that you could participate without consent. But
Yeah, that
hey,
was
what do I know, right? The person that's been mocking and making fun of me for 3 years and gets upset if I say anything back. First thing she goes is slams me. Why? I had nothing to do with that. Why didn't she go up against somebody that was like signed up on the opposite side of whatever, you know? I didn't agree to that. I don't want nothing a part of that because I'm still bitter because that woman honestly thinks that she's doing good in the world because she's a DJ. She makes people feel good by freaking playing music while I'm sitting there rolling around trying to find every bill of freaking donations to feed over 500 families a daggone week. Our priorities are not the same. Her activism is not the same.
No, she's a fake activist.
Oh, I called her a performance activist, and that's why she can't keep my name out of her mouth. Sorry, not sorry. I agree 100%. If you're going to say that you stand for something, then you better be doing something. And not something superficial either. That doesn't mean jack diddly squat in the grand scheme of things.
Can I play devil?
Sorry, I should have got on my soapbox.
Can I play devil's advocate here?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody has their advocacy that they advocate for, that they're passionate about, that they actually delve themselves deep into. Has Bunny ever claimed that she was out to help feed the hungry?
No, she's an anti-bully speaker, and all she does is bully.
Yeah, and that's the irony of Bunny there. I mean, that one there, I can actually say, yeah, I get that. She ain't about not bullying people. She's not about not having people be bullied either.
Yes.
Well, I can tell you what she managed to do with all the stuff that she's done. All those videos and comments where she's literally bullying people. She's not clapping back, but she's bullying. They're all saved. And it's really easy to find out what companies will hire people to do anti-bullying campaigns, and then you can email those places and be like, here's your speaker, or please don't hire them again because this is what they actually do. And if you're going to hire somebody who bullies people online, you're opening yourself up to get boycotted. I don't think you want that. Yeah.
It's difficult for me because when I looked up to Bunny, because at the time period she was talking about things that were really difficult for the disabled. Wearing masks when you're deaf and hard of hearing and everything else, you cannot communicate very well, and I could really understand that. But when she started using that as a weapon, I wasn't okay with that. When I saw, now, conservative Aunt has nothing to do with this. He just did a video and everything else in Aunt fashion, and DJ What You Said got in his feelings because he thought that Aunt stole his move. He didn't steal his move. Everybody does this occasionally. It just happened, and his video went viral. I mean, literally viral. So DJ What You Said felt a little bit jealous, and within him being jealous, he did a video, and it caused a little bit of teasing, and it started with Aunt and it ended with Bunny, but Bunny didn't, she didn't let it go. She kept it going. She was vicious.
Yeah, she is vicious.
It was absolutely uncalled for, and I'm like, hey, you know, now, when DJ What You Said went out and got a deaf interpreter, she mocked and made fun of her and DJ What You Said. It was absolutely disgusting. And then when I said something about it, guess what? She starts putting up psycho freaking reels, like with Kathy Bates saying that I was a psycho stalker.
Yeah. I know.
She's the one who started that crap. She's the one who started it, and she keeps on doing it. So each and every time that she puts out something to hurt me, she started it.
Oh,
She's ugly. She could drop it, but she don't. She likes making fun of people.
She can do it, but she cannot take it.
Supposed to be my friend, and everything else is okay with that because she wants to come to America. Yeah, come on to America. Come to Polk County. I will freaking. Hey, I'm still a freaking second-degree black belt. I'll take you to the mat. I love it. Y'all pay? Y'all pay? I might not have a whole lot of mobility, but what I can move and everything else can do some stuff. Sorry, not sorry. I mean what I say. I'm upset with that young lady. She hurt my feelings so bad. So bad I want to freaking punch her in her freaking little nose and make it bleed a little red, unfortunately. And it's not nice and not kind in the least little bit to think this. It's not.
Well, I'll say this. I did feel sorry for her with the masks and she couldn't see what people are saying, but you can have your camera off when you're live with her and she just hears you. And she could understand us just fine. So
now wait a minute. I got a bone to pick about the whole captions thing with Buddy and I, because that's where our issues came into it. You know, the phones have a wonderful feature that adds to it, because I can click my captions on and off on the days that I'm having really bad days of hearing. And I don't have to have people put captions on their videos for me to be able to read what they're saying. And I can do it in a live, and I can actually go ahead and click it on, and I can screen record it and show you the proof and evidence that on days that I don't have my headsets in, I have to have the captions on so I can hear people talk.
Oh, I love the caption. They're actually, I have, when I watch TV or a movie, I watch with captions. I love it. But what I didn't like is when Bunny would use that, and when they would come back and redo a video addressing her, and they would have the captions on. It wasn't about the captions. It was about the fight. And she had no interest in entertaining what they had to say. And she would mock and make fun of them. She did it over and over again. She does it all the time. I mean, I saw talking about it and blocked. I blocked all of them. I didn't want to have nothing to do with them. I haven't said anything about the freaking victims, formerly known as the villains, because I honestly think that they are a bunch of pathetic human beings that don't have anything but